Hello, Steve Fletcher here, and welcome to the Everything Guide to Learning to Play Guitar. Before we get started, can I ask you please to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube page, and really help me grow my business. Also, if you've got time, head over to FletcherSteve.com, where you'll find a multitude of resources constantly being updated to assist you with your day-to-day guitar playing needs. So, getting a tutor. Well, you've got one. I'm right here. But obviously, I'm only existing to you in the virtual world, so I can tell you things, but we can't really have much of a good interaction. Unless you have lessons with me as well. Hint, hint. Now, it's completely possible to self-teach the guitar. If I'm honest, that's what I did. But it's a lengthier process. And there's always going to be words, phrases, jargon, information that you might not necessarily understand straight away. And it's at that point that you might need someone who knows what they're talking about to go, it's this. When I first started teaching guitar, there was masses of information that I'm very embarrassed to say I just didn't know. I just didn't have a clue about. You know, I would have kids coming up to me going, "Oh, can you tell me about the Mixolydian scale?" And I would just be like, yeah, later. Teaching the guitar, of course, has made me a much better guitarist, a much better musician than I ever would have been had I just stuck with I can play guitar. That's something that is true in all walks of life, I think, is the more you teach, the better you get at something. So having someone with you who knows the ins and outs, the pitfalls and the perils, is a good idea, I think. So let's assume you give a tutor a go. Now, it doesn't have to be, a professional tutor. It's helpful if it is, but it doesn't have to be. You could just have, a friend or relative or someone who knows a little bit more than you, just take you through certain things. So just having that interaction with someone else is really quite beneficial to your learning. Now, if you do find a guitar teacher, then it's very important to find the right teacher for you. There is not any one way of learning to play the guitar. In fact, I would go so far as to say that pretty much every guitarist in the world seems to have learned to play guitar completely differently from every other guitarist in the world. There's so many times that you come across people, "Oh, that's not how I do that," and stuff like that. So, if you find yourself a guitar teacher, let's say, for instance, that you are, you're into folk music, you love your Joni Mitchell, you love your James Taylor and all that kind of stuff, and you rock up to your guitar teacher's house, they're wearing black, they're covered in tattoos, they're listening to Marilyn Manson, they've got, a pointy guitar that's got nails stuck in it and stuff like that. They might not be the tutor for you, And vice versa. If you are the Marilyn Manson guy and you turn up to Joni Mitchell's house, again, they might not be the tutor for you. So it's important that you find the tutor that's going to suit what you want to do. You will have an idea in your head of where you want to get to. You've either seen someone play, you have your favourite bands, you know what kind of music that you like. So you will have a rough idea of what path your guitar playing journey wants to take. So finding that tutor who can identify where you want to go and where you want to be is crucial to getting that good relationship with a teacher. Otherwise, you're just going to be completely poles apart and it's not going to work. Now, you should, of course, expect to pay for a private tutor. Guitar teachers have got bills to pay. Musicians have got bills to pay. Just as much as everybody else. They don't generally do it as a hobby. So you should expect to pay an amount for your lessons. That amount can vary. And of course, it depends very much on how long, how frequently you have lessons and all that kind of stuff. But different people do things slightly differently. So be willing to part with your cash for a teacher. So yes, by all means, give a tutor a go. But find the right tutor for you and you should be away. Now, if you've decided that you want to give this a go by yourself, it is completely possible to self-teach guitar. Just take it steady. All right. The way I've designed this tuition guide, the everything guide to guitar playing, the way I've designed it is so that the non-musician can follow it fairly straightforward. It's written in plain English, not music speak, but follow those instructions. You'll see on the accompanying sheets, you will see, these little accompanying boxes full of words that generally get ignored by everyone. The amount of times I've had students come up to me and go, I have no idea what that means, Steve. And I've gone, did you read the box next to it? No. So yeah, just take your time, fully absorb all the information, follow all the instructions. Now, fortunately, the guitar is a very popular instrument, so it won't take you long before you start to discover other guitarists, other musicians who play the guitar as well. So it's a very sociable instrument. So as soon as you start playing guitar, you'll hear people, oh, I play guitar as well. So yeah, just get together, chat and discuss things that you are struggling with, that you're finding easy. You might help them out just as much as they help you out. But remember what I said previously is there is not a one way of learning to play guitar. So if you do come across that guitarist who's like, oh, you're doing that wrong, chances are you're not doing it wrong. Chances are you're doing it differently to them. So just be aware. But have fun out there, boys and girls, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.